some people might save the best for last. Mm-hmm. And people saying, quit bullshit. We know. We know.
No, there was no best to save for last.
You might be surprised, though. You might be surprised. This is Night at the Museum. This time it's The Secret of the Tomb. And with this one, we have Larry Daly, who's played by Ben Stiller. He's finally settled into a strange situation at New York's Natural Museum of Art. You know, where all the exhibits come to life, Martin, because of this magic tablet. He's running things. He even has the patrons and his boss thinking that, oh, well, these are special effects. He's just parading magic in front of everybody. No one knows. No one knows the difference. But when the exhibits, Martin, when they start acting a little odd and even dangerous, he has to take a trip to London. And there's this Egyptian exhibit that might hold the secret to preparing the tablet that's behind all of this bullshit. I mean, magic, Martin. Well, I did enjoy this more than some of the other films. Yeah. And the reason why is because with this one, we're at a different museum now. Mm-hmm. And with a different museum, you get what made this movie special in the first place. You get to see all the exhibits come to life that you hadn't seen before. You get to see exhibits from other countries come to life, and that's fun, man. I'm like a little kid with that.
You make it sound like we were actually at a museum where this shit happened.
I felt like
we just watching. Oh, here's a different CG effects team doing something.
And I was highly medicated that morning too. Some of them were cool, and some of the novelty wore off on them. Some of them were a little too cute. Some of them did literally this thing where little creatures came to life, and they had some guy do a voice, and that's stupid, all right, But hey, it was still kind of fun to see them in a new environment right here. And of course, you got some of the old people back. We have Robin Williams as Teddy Roosevelt. Mm-hmm. Pocahontas is back. Sacagawea, whichever one of them fucking Indians. Yeah,
there's so few. Let's try to remember those that are still around.
We got Tonto back. Martin's like, I'm gonna Sacagawea your mouth. You keep talking like that. With Larry, the Ben Stiller character, being able to go through and get used to these exhibits now, they finally feel like old friends. It's not this whole thing of Ben Stiller bumbling around anymore.
How many movies can he go, what? Put that down. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I got to get him back here. I got to run over there. I got to run over here. Wait. Damn it. It is a lot of that.
Okay. How we doing? All clear. All right, let's go.
And they going in like they about to steal shit. Yeah. Yeah, come on in, man.
I couldn't sit idly by. Our very survival is at stake.
All right. Hey, Teddy. Good man having a crisis.
Tilla. Okay, a little muscle.
Hi, Larry.
That is a deceptively large box.
Obviously, we came along too. You'd be lost without us, Jackie.
Are you serious?
That's the best CG we can offer.
And the monkey. All right, basically everyone.
The two characters that kind of annoyed me the most, Octavius, played by
your boy Steve Coogan.
Steve Coogan and
Owen Wilson.
And Owen Wilson as
generic cowboy.
Pecos Bill, Pecos bullshit, whatever.
Pecos bullshit. Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking doesn't matter. Really, I'm a little tiny cowboy.
Oh, and you're like 2 horses tied to a tree.
Yeah,
like that's not even a good one.
And in fact, even when Owen Wilson talks like this, even when he's trying to be who partner? Yeah, that's a humdinger. Yeah, I was like, he's still like a goddamn hipster, man. You know what? I'm glad he's this fucking small in the movie because that makes him just that less annoying.
I know.
But outside of that, I kind of like everybody. And even then, I'm like, hey, they're part of the gang, man. I take it like this, Martin. I take it like this. These guys, they're like going home for Christmas or Thanksgiving. You don't really like your family. I mean, you love them, but you don't like them. But when you're back there, you're glad to be there because you're used to being around them. And you do care for them in a way because you spent so much time with them.
Wow. Man. Are you getting paid under the table? Because it sounds like the biggest soft soap I ever heard in my life.
I don't know what to say, man. It's like out of all these movies, it's and that's another thing I liked about it. Some of the characters that aren't known, I think they actually have good physical gags. I like the caveman character, the one that sees Ben Stiller as a father figure, and he's mimicking everything he does in the movie.
Yes.
That actually amused me, man. That made me laugh.
There you go. Okay. Amusing. And the movie is amusing at times because that is amusing. Mostly I was watching this movie and I was like, wow, this movie is like the really shitty first draft of Toy Story 3 that got turned in. And somebody read it and said like, I'll make a night in the museum out of this in a second. But then you get stuff with Rebel Wilson where it's the Rebel Wilson show.
Somebody that I like is Ricky Gervais.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky Gervais, I think, is a hilarious guy. In this movie, he got on my nerves.
Oh, yes.
Man.
He's quite the buffoon who talks like this with most of his dialogue.
I have nothing else to do. I have no genuine jokes, so I'm just going to make a funny voice. And I wanted Ben Stiller to punch the fuck out of Ricky Gervais in this movie.
I need you to let me take the tablet and Ackman to London. Sorry, just processing that.
Input data analysis.
I want to kill this son of a bitch.
Can't do it, dude. Bye.
I'm gonna beat your
You're
ass.
gonna mug me. What?
Right there, when you like, yeah, beat the fuck out of him, Ben. Yeah, kick his ass. Beat the shit out of him.
That's a baller move right there.
I know.
Man. You like you're gonna leave, but you close the door. It's like,
And don't say nothing. Just look
Yeah.
at a motherfucker. Just come here. I'm gonna beat the tea out your ass, son of a bitch. I hated him and Rebel Wilson in this movie. It's almost like the producers and the director thought, oh, these guys, they're so funny. We're just gonna give them free reign.
You know what other character I really liked was Lancelot.
Man, you know what? You were right about that.
He actually just with like at the point where I'm just like, all right, I see what this is. It's kind of milquetoast. It's going nowhere. He breathed a lot of life into it.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no, sure it wasn't, Mark.
It was not.
The actor that played Lancelot is Dan Stevens, who's actually an amazing actor, man. He was recently in that movie with A Walk Among the Tombstones.
Liam Neeson.
With Liam Neeson. He played, of course, he played an American and had a totally different personality. But, of course, in the museum, everything comes to life. Being that they're in London, they have a Knights of the Round Table exhibit, and Lancelot comes alive, and he's really funny, man.
Yeah.
I thought that character was really good. He's like, why, thank you. It's one of those films where, to me, there's a lot of great things going on as far as family entertainment. There's a sense of wonder with the magic. There's, they have a lot of visuals going on that actually kind of makes sense. You know, they actually feel part of the story. Some of it's goofy, but what they do is they can't avoid the bathroom humor. Like right there where the monkey peed on them. I'm like, man, you already kind of have a sweet film. You have some actually funny lines going on, but you have to resort to bathroom humor. They actually ended this movie on an emotional note for me. They actually ended this sort of with some pride, and they couldn't help but they said, oh yeah, we got to appeal to the kids out there. We got to make the kids think that we're cool, and they end up the whole thing with a DJ, and they are the characters out there doing they're doing all the b-boy stances and hip hop things, and it's just like, man, oh look at us, we're urban.
But Corey, there's another big thing in here that's one of your pet peeves that you have somehow either ignored or forgot to get to.
Oh, yes.
That would be Ben Stiller's bitch ass son.
You and I, we disagree again.
Oh, really?
We disagree again.
You usually hate those characters. Matter of fact, you have hated great movies just because they've had characters like that in them.
Martin, we disagree again. The son in this movie, I had his name right, Skylar Gassando. And I liked him because he was funny. See, he gets along with his dad. Listen, Martin, he never had that moment because they was throwing a party at one point. And Ben Stiller comes home and he's like, everybody get out and you clean this shit up. And the kid was never like, fuck you, Dad. Why do you hate me? He was just like, okay, Dad, you know what? We'll do it. I'll clean up. We'll talk tomorrow.
Fucking slackers want to be a DJ. Like, for real? That's be your life?
He said,
you're not even good at it.
He said, respectfully, Martin, I want to go out and find myself. Now, you doing this shit because you 86 years old, don't understand the kids today, but I'm still right there where I can relate. You know what? I understand you kids out there. Don't worry about your Grandpa Martin over here. Your Uncle Corey's talking to you. I know you kids need to take an opportunity to go find yourself sometime.
Yeah, I don't
Martin
feel
don't
need
get
to pander.
Yeah, that ain't no pander.
That's pandering.
That ain't pandering.
You're
man.
pandering to the kids.
No, I'm not. I'm being honest with the kids. Don't you listen to this motherfucker over here. Y'all do what you need to do. Find yourself. Martin's like Martin's from that old school. He's like, you need to get out there and get a job. When I was your age, I had 10 jobs. Martin, ain't anybody like you?
We do need to get jobs.
That monkey, man.
Yeah.
That monkey made me. That monkey, Martin, I'm not gonna lie to you. That monkey made me cry at the end of this movie. I was always laughing when he slapped the shit out of Ben Stiller because I want to do that.
Okay.
So I was living through that monkey, but there was a tender moment at the end of this movie with Ben Stiller and this monkey, and it's a really quiet moment, and it's sad. And I teared up a little bit, man.
Yeah, did you?
I did. You know what? Look, don't tell me you sat up there and smirked at that too. You know that was a tender ass moment right there. Okay, well, he's like, well, fuck you, then, Mark. Corey,
He's like, nah, it was cheesy. I know.
nah, I can mind some bullshit, but you know, Corey's fucked up. Corey like that cheesy shit. I'm gonna pee on him
After I rip his nuts off.
You heard me. I gave it proper criticism. I know the bad things that are in the movie, but I don't think there was as much as the movies before. And I actually thought there were some clever visual jokes in this that they used the exhibits for, in addition to, as opposed to just throwing them on screen and saying, hey, look at the CG that we got. Coming from the point of view of a kid and somebody who would take a kid and enjoy it myself, I'm gonna give this a low matinee.
No,
Low matinee, man.
Hey, man. Gotta salute the captain.
Come on, man. Just tell me I'm full of shit and go on about your way. Don't pander to me. It's all right.
No. I knew there would come a point when a matinee rating just really meant nothing anymore.
Fuck you. I'm gonna pee on you.
And like you always say, man, every so often some of us like some bullshit. You're not immune to that. You know, I say I like the second movie better. I mean, to me, they're all kind of the same, you know, as far as quality, as far as what they do. It ain't like, oh, well, this one is really stepped things up. It hasn't. It's probably about the same level as the second one. It's just that I really liked Amelia Earhart and the Wright brothers from the second one. And then moving through the Smithsonian, I thought was clever. The only real idea they had here was like, oh, okay, we'll go to the British Museum.
What about the cameos in this? You gotta miss some funny cameos here. We just saw Dick Van Dyke in one scene that made you. I heard you laughing, and then I'm not gonna spoil the other one, but near the end of this movie, you know, there's a joke with Lancelot in a cameo here that's very funny.
You're right, and that was a great cameo. That was actually one of the better cameos I've seen even this year. The stuff with Lancelot and that cameo, that was really good. And it's things like that that keep me from really dogging it. I mean. I don't know. I'd give it a high rental, but okay. I'm not going in, low matinee.
I'm not asking you to.
Shit, fuck that.
Damn, man, you asking me like I'm telling you to do this. I'm not telling you. Now you make like this monkey's messing with you. Matinee, nigga. Please. Matinee, please. I suck your dick, man, please.